What was the city you said to look at?
Have a look at Stroh's Ravine.
We've got Dimitri in the channel. How you doing? Oh well, some people are here. Robin, shall we do this?
Maybe.
Yeah, we may as well. Alright, let's just see if this is going to work, shall we? I've made all these new fancy graphics and I don't even know if it's going to work. Sound levels are a little bit high on that music. There we go. So then, what am I looking at? We got your city here. Jeez.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's how you pack it in.
Is that what she said?
Yeah.
Oh wow. So when did you do this? When you're supposed to be working?
What? What's that?
Yeah, I don't know neither actually. I don't do much of it myself.
I did most of it last night, and then past hour is what I've done to it.
Good. So you really weren't joking when you said you was up till like 2 AM.
That's 3 out of 4. So I got one that is low rise, one that's medium rise, and one that's high rise. So I've just got to work out what to do with the fourth one.
So is that going to be this region nearly filled out then?
Yep, that's going to be my 4 done.
So we need Dimitri to come back and finish his 4. Subtle hint there, if you're watching. And I've got to finish my 4. Who owns the other ones?
And it, I think.
Who was it? Haven't heard from the guy in absolutely ages. So your one, what is Milo Point, the one you're working on?
Yeah, it's the one I've got to figure out what I'm going to do.
Right, yeah. Let's start again with... Okay, I'm going to build out Tootsie Roll Island. Just because it sounds cool. Starting from scratch. Oh, this land is awful. Look at it. What am I going to do with this? I don't have much building space in this city.
User joined your channel.
Hello, Moto.
Hello, Mo.
Hi. I'm curious. How did you get into the broadcast lounge?
I hacked it.
Really?
I did.
Did you really?
No.
Or did I mistakenly give you the password some time back?
It's the same one that you set up for the actual server, which is fine. I mean, I ain't gonna troll you or anything, so... If you don't want me here, let me know. I'll take off, man. It's all good.
Oh, no. You're live on Twitch. We could do it a conversation starters. It's good. It's all good.
Yeah, hello, Twitch.
Yeah, hello, Twitch.
Tweet, tweet.
So what are you guys doing?
Tweet.
Tweet.
I'm... Well, we're playing in a region that Dimitri started a couple of months ago, and we're actually trying to fill out the cities.
Oh, give me a city.
Oh, the region's full. People claimed them all.
You.
Sorry. You're a bit
Alright.
late to the party.
Once a month we should start a new region.
I seem to have new regions being started every couple of days at the moment.
Oh, sweet. Okay, then include me in this next region then. Just okay, buddy? Okay?
Yeah, we got that.
Okay.
Cheeky plug, but you should be following my streams. You'll see what we're doing then.
You know, Kansa, I'm sorry. I am a rather busy individual. But nah, I'll follow you. Don't worry.
Can anybody smell that?
I'm not sure. I was going to say, I'm not sure what you smell, but I don't smell anything.
Oh, you would side with him when he's on here, wouldn't you? No, I'm joking.
No! Don't do that. And yeah. Oh, that's a cool looking bridge. Where the hell did you get that from?
You watching me at the moment trying to lay some grids?
You're laying some something.
The most... Well done.
Get your mind out of the gutter.
The most I've been ever entertained by looking at a rendered field of grass for 5 minutes.
I was going to say,
See,
yeah.
I kid you not. Okay, so I got your Twitch channel open, and for a second, I actually tried like clicking and dragging the mouse to see if I could move the map.
Seriously.
Like I want to see the bridge, and I try to move it over.
What I'm going to do is, Dimitri, I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see the trees as well. That's some nicely rendered trees.
Trees.
I really should actually lay some roads. And
That's some nice wood you got there.
It's not the first time a guy said that.
Oh man,
It was
going
a funny
into all
weekend.
sorts of wrong. But no, you're doing it wrong. Or unless you're trying to build like a rural city.
I'm not even sure what I'm doing. I'm losing all concentration.
Well, okay, so if you're trying to build like the biggest city possible, those should all be the streetcar streets. Like, don't even use those little streets.
Oh.
I mean, if you're gonna use mega towers at all in that area, you should use the streetcar streets.
Not up here. This is like an industry thing.
Right, but okay, so going with the mega car streets, the volume capacity of, even if you're not using the streetcar, the volume capacity is like twice as much. So, something to think about. If anything, that looks like a really cool like residential area, to be honest with you.
There's coal underneath here, so I didn't want to put houses there.
Well, mine the shit out of it and then put houses after it's already gone. Man.
That's true. I never think to do this.
Put
I
stubble.
usually just design a city to be one way and then never change it. It's really bad, I know.
Well, yeah. Well, when I did Chernobyl there, when I first started the city, I think I started out with coal, and at the same time I had power because I was shipping the coal out to make money. And then when the coal was gone, that's when all hell broke loose because the power plant exploded, and so I had no coal, no resource income. Everything was melted. So I just said, screw it. I fast forwarded it and just waited for the scrubber to be processed. But
Right, let me build a trade depot so they can actually ship their wares out.
so I got
I'm
other
not
stuff.
liking-
I got other stuff to pick your brain about later. We're like about that same thing we've been talking about for a while. But
yeah, that's cool.
I in a nutshell, I had spoke with with that place, and the cool thing is they have everything set up at that reasonably rate. But if you want, I could trouble you for some design tips, because I guess you can manually edit the entire thing even with them, so you can make it a one-off thing if you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So it basically just be the user interface. And for all those that are following and trying to figure out what the hell I'm talking about, Geek Lead is a web developer, really good one too. So
Oh, shameless plug. Do you want some brownie points?
nah, just help me out later.
Roger that. Oh, I better take out a loan already.
Oh.
Look at.
So
Jesus.
well, you don't need a loan. Just stop building for a second. Every time you
I've got
leave,
negative income. I did this well, didn't I?
oh yeah, you gotta build some houses on the base. So I was running around Twitch last night. I think it was last night or the night before. Oh, speaking of which, I know you don't follow American baseball, but what the hell, Harvey? What the hell was that last night? Like, did any of you guys see that?
No.
No.
What happened?
Oh my fucking god! So
It was that good, huh?
Alright, so last night it was the fifth game of the World
Apologies.
Series. It was 3-1. It was Royals versus the Mets. Okay, so the Mets were the underdog going into the game, so they were down, like I said, 3-1, and through the first hit out of the ballpark, or the first hit out of the game, was a home run, shot right out of the
Right.
ballpark, right? So that got Mets up 1-0, and they also scored another run later in the game. However, Steve Harvey, the pitcher for the Mets, okay, this is unbelievable what they did. So at the bottom of the 8th, all right, so no, at the top of the 8th. Harvey gets done and walks off them out after that inning's over. So at the bottom of the eighth, he's pumped because he's got like over 100 pitches, and he's throwing an awesome game. And they're like, "Dude, we got this in the bag. We're up 2-0, and it's the bottom of the eighth now." So when the top of the ninth comes,
Yep.
he throws a fit because the manager wanted to pull him out of the game. Like, dude, you already pitched 100 pitches. Great job, man. Sit down. Pat yourself on the back. He's like, no, I'm going. He's like, don't take the ball away from me. He's like, I'm going back in and I'm finishing this. So what does the manager do? Gives him the ball, puts him back in, top of the ninth. Next thing you know, the freaking score is tied. He gave up a run and then a double, and so it was 2-2. It went into overtime. At the top of the 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th inning, whatever it was, dude, the Royals just cleaned house, dude. The final score was 7-2.
Oh wow, okay, that actually sounds interesting.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw dude, don't put him back in. Like, what are you doing? And like all the commentators were doing was just like going nuts. Like, they're gonna have a conversation about that later. So, hey, real hot tip, Neil. If you pull down shift while you're dragging that, it'll automatically grid all those roads for you. Do the shift or control.
So I see. Thank you. How long have I been playing this?
Not long enough. Yeah, if you hold on control, you can delete one section of road altogether, so you don't even have to like drag the mouse over too.
Right. TZ Gaming, welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm a bit late greeting the people who are coming in. Actually, I should say welcome back, TZ Gaming. He or she was here a few days ago.
Dizzy, what up?
What up? Well, you can tell you're American.
What's up?
What's up?
If you didn't bring any beer, you need to get the hell out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
Did somebody mention beer?
Beer. It's beer 30.
That
it's almost
sounds
beer
like
30.
a really good idea.
It's 11:30 a.m. Close enough.
It's a bit early for you to be drinking beer.
No, it's not. I'm Irish. We have Irish coffee.
Oh yeah, speaking of coffee, go ask Robin what my coffees are like.
Gotta keep you awake all night.
Did he deliver though?
No, he didn't deliver.
Hey, I offered to do delivery today. You told me no.
That's it.
So I made the offer. Apparently we don't need beer, just weed. This would go a lot easier if I had some weed. I'm not gonna lie.
God no.
Could you imagine? It'd be like dealing with a hyperactive 5-year-old who's 25 years older than they should be.
He says we haven't got that already.
Oh, you went there. Okay.
Hey, at least I admit I'm a big kid.
Hey, so I'm hoping to steal a domain this week. There's a domain I want, and it's up in 4 days, and I'm hoping they don't have automatic renewal set up, because if they don't, I'm going to snag it.
Nice one. Don't broadcast what it is to the world on here in case someone snags it for you, but
the only drawback is the domain register that has it, they have by default, I think they do set up the domain renewal. So if that ends up being the case, it's no big deal because I do have backup plan for it though.
you have a backup plan. That's always a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
I keep on running out of money. Damn it!
Do you need some of my $42 million? Or
Yeah, unfortunately, you can't send it to different regions.
See, now if I
Otherwise,
was in
I'm
your
snapping
region,
your hand off.
if I was in your region, I could easily give you some money.
Subtle hint there, yeah?
Oh, bet. I think I figured out how to really win at this game. So.
I think Robin's getting it. I mean, are you getting it now?
No.
Your trucks
Oh.
are speeding, man. Don't you have any police in that town?
I've got it on cheetah time.
I bet you do.
It's
Laying some road.
Right, let's get some cash build up.
There's
Ow.
another joke in there somewhere.
Yeah, there is. I'm not gonna rise to it just yet.
You and your crazy utilities.
I've got to dump a poo dumping point somewhere.
Okay, maybe, does anybody know, like, a good cordless Skype phone?
Good cordless Skype phone.
Yeah, I'm gonna use Skype for, the business phone.
Netgear used to make a Wi-Fi Skype phone. You could try seeing if that's still available.
Because, like, I called Time Warner. In other words, you know, like Time Warner, TWC, totally worthless cable. And,
Yeah.
they're trying to sell me, like, their bundle pack. I said, no, I don't want your damn bundle pack. And they're like, well, okay, it'll be $30 for your phone for a month. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, if I go with Skype, I can get a phone for a whole year for that price. Like,
Oh wow,
well,
you want to pull them up on that because internet companies actually got wrapped across the knuckles for doing something like that here.
wait, what?
They got in trouble for deliberately putting the price up if you didn't take multiple products.
Oh well, this is America, man. Buyer beware over here. You got
And I
no.
didn't mind next time I'm over there.
Yeah, dude, we're selling cars that kill people. So, I mean, come on. They're not gonna pay. They're not gonna give a rat 1-2 rats. You know what for a cell phone company? No, like you can get the phone without having the bundle, but the problem is, okay, so their typical sale is $100. You get cable, phone line, and internet, and I don't like their TV. Like I hate TV. 1,000 channels of crap. Like really, I mean, quite honestly, like everything I watch, I can find on online these days anyway, between Netflix, Hulu, and going to the network's page directly. It's just pointless, right? So, I was like, I don't want the phone. So they're like, okay, well, you already have some blazing internet, which is like around $50, so we're gonna do a phone for you for 30. And then when you add those two together, you're close to like, you know, $80, $85 for taxes, maybe close to 90 by the time we're done. I was like, oh, well, I might as well just do the bundle. Like, oh yeah, that's why we bundle. You'll save money though. I'm like, I'm not saving money though. Like, I don't want your cable. I'm losing money.
It's a crazy marketing ploy.
Yeah. So. Oh, on a side note, check this out. I don't know if you're a Trek fan or not, but CBS announced today that there is a new Star Trek show coming in 2017.
Yeah, I saw that earlier. I actually read up on that.
Yeah, it's definitely more Robin's thing. I'm a Star Wars kind of guy.
Well, the guy, it's going to be interesting because I think what they're going to do is they're going to bring back the Enterprise and basically do the... I hope they don't continue Abrams' timeline. I hope in the third movie they somehow reverse all this nonsense and they go back to, you know, how it used to be. And I think they sort of kind of have to, because I think Paramount owns the movie rights, but CBS owns the TV show rights, and they can't have the two universes like different because they're going to confuse everybody. So when Abrams changed the damn timeline, I mean, they could, I guess, maybe use the same ship or at least a variant of it, but if you have two completely different timelines for the same show or idea, you're just going to confuse the hell out of everyone, and it doesn't make any difference. Like I said, they got to reverse it somehow. So that'll be the third one. But the guy that's directing it or writing it or whatnot is the same guy that invented the not invented, but he was the guy that created the original Kirk.
Oh, okay.
So that right there tells me it's going to be the original series, like sort of spin-off thing. And considering that that's what these three movies now are kind of like, it would be a natural progression to. I don't know. Maybe they would finish the 5-year mission finally. You know, I mean, that would be a good step. Like, hey, what happened to you? Oh, you know, I was stuck in the John for like 30 years. It's okay. So it would be cool if they had like the Enterprise. What are they up to now? EFGHIJ, whatever the hell it is. I have an idea for a show, and I don't mind saying this because I don't think that I'll have any influence on this, but I was thinking about writing a pilot for a Star Trek series, like, because you know, like how all Star Trek, except for like there's one movie with the Phoenix. Maybe Robin knows a little bit about this, and that's the first warp ship. And I liked that show or that movie probably the best out of all of them because it was like it was a time that wasn't so far into the future that you're like, that shit will never happen. But it was a time like right after the Third World War that like they built the first warp ship and they were kind of coming over some obstacles with that. But like the Star Trek series that I would like to say, Tizzy's taking off. Have a good night, Tizzy.
Yeah, catch you later.
The series that I would like to see is the transition between now, 2015, until the Phoenix is launched. Like the Phoenix being launched would be like the series finale. So like it would be the idea of starting to form like Starfleet, and then what the processes of like building the buildings and like the social and like governmental aspects of like whether or not it should be like that could be like the plot for like the first season. Like should it be a private citizen like SpaceX, or should it be like a governmental thing like NASA? And that could be like the whole thing as far as like, you know, going back and forth on that. And then they could also have like instances where like, hey, should we have a nuclear engine being launched from the ground to power these ships or whatever? Or, you know, what kind of, we need a space station up there. And I actually talked to NASA engineers about this and everything. It was a pretty cool, interesting conversation. But like, so it wouldn't be in the future. It would be the transition between now and the future. And I think that would be really cool because like you really wouldn't have to have like too many like future things. But I think at the same time, what a lot of people looked at Star Trek was because it was the future and like how civilization could evolve. But like this show could be like how it's evolving. Like it could be like the path, because when Back to the Future came out, everybody looked at the future date as like, oh, that's going to be the future. That's the date. Well, the future's already gone or came. So either we're really living in the future or that shows in the past, or if not both. So like to have like
In
a
the
road
past,
laid
yeah.
out. Yeah. So to have a road laid out to like how we could get to places, like the certain technologies and stuff, like it could be almost realistic the way they could be built. I think that would be the most interesting show available, because all the technology that has been created as a result of Star Trek, it's pretty incredible. Like we have tractor beams now, we have lasers, we have. There's a company that is working on a transporter, and they were able to transport small viruses. Last time I checked, so they have a transporter, a tractor beam, and they do have some artificial gravity now, but it's so low that it barely.
I was going to say,
registers.
how's that obtained?
I was going to say,
They-
there is a hoverboard as well, but
Well, the Canadians, got a better one. You're talking about the Lexus one, but there's another one that's
Yeah.
up in Canada, where a guy basically built a huge drone and he stood on top of it and flew it around a lake.
oh yeah, I've seen that as well.
Okay.
Yeah, we have self-driving cars as well.
Yeah, we have self-driving cars. I want to build a drone where I could like sit into it, like remember in Star Trek Nemesis, Robin, where they got in that small fighter thing and then drove it through Nero's ship, the Scorpion fighter. Like something of that size. I want to build something of that size that's a drone that you can fly through. That's a single seater though. I wouldn't do it with two people though. And I got it planned out too, because like I could have, you know, if something goes wrong with the engine, like you gotta have multiple engines. You can't just have one. So like, I think I figured this out. Like you would need like 8 or 12 engines or something like that. But so if one goes down, and you're not going to it's not the end of the world. But if something happens where like you lose all power, I was thinking they should have. Remember how the first rover landed on Mars with a giant inflatable airbags? Because it basically came down. It slowed itself down with a parachute, but then it deployed airbags. So it was like a giant fluffy soccer ball rolling down. Like they should have those. So if something goes wrong, it would inflate to encapsulate the entire thing. So if it like hit a building or something like that, I mean, your brain might be like 50 types of pudding by the time you come to a stop, but you're not going to kill anyone on the ground. So, I mean, there's other things too. So like if they restrict it, like I don't see flying cars happening in cities anytime soon. I think what will end up happening is we'll have transitional points like outside major cities. So like you could fly like since most of rural America is like farmland, you could fly over the farmland pretty easily. I don't think anybody have a problem with that. But like major cities and stuff like that, I think that might be a little far off though.
Could you imagine all of the problems from flying in a city with that?
Oh yeah, definitely. That's what I'm saying. Like I don't think
it's never
flying...
going to happen, is it?
Well,
which is a shame, but
I think it'd be a ways off only because of the security issue of it. Because I mean, hell, we all see what can happen with one airplane if you get like 1,000 of them flying around or more, you know.
That's true.
So, but then again, look what Timothy McVeigh did with a freaking with a U-Haul truck. So, I think we're fucked either way. Oops.
It's fine. Once every now and then is alright.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I'm waiting to hear back from the bank and everything for the business account. So
Well, fingers crossed they don't throw any other issues your way.
I think I pretty much got it because I'm not asking for a huge credit line. So I think it's anything. It's not something I don't already have access to. It's just the current credit line I have is with a joint account, and I want my own account. So, like I said, I don't think it'll be that big of an issue, to be honest with you, because it's not going to be anything where the site's just not going to launch with 1,000 customers instantly. I mean, that'd be awesome if it did, but realistically, there's going to be time for growth. So any kind of like profit, I'll take a little bit out for my trouble and time and everything, but for the most part, it's going to be put in to pay for the site, to expand, make it look good, you know. So it'll pay for itself before I get paid, that's for sure. But in the meantime, like I said, I just need some float cash. So like how it works is if somebody buys a product from me, and then so as soon as the customer buys the product, they pay me through to my account, whether it be like PayPal or something like that. But the company that I'm dealing with charges my credit card, and then after like once a month, I'd have to pay the credit card bill. So, but what I'm trying to do in the long run is I want to have that all retroactive, where I can just have a debit/credit card linked to a bank account, so that way I just leave like X amount of money in their bank account. So like, let's say I leave like $5,000 or whatever it is in the account, and anything above $5,000 I'll pull out for myself. That's the way I see it. I mean, if I really had to, I mean, I'm sure I could probably find somebody to dump some money in an account for me for a little while, but, you know, like relatives or something, but the cool part is, it's all set up. I just gotta come up. The biggest thing that's frustrating right now is I have to come up with a name. And I sort of got a name, but, like, I don't know if I should use it or not. And that's part of the reason is because
choosing a name can be the hardest thing.
Yeah, so like the domain that I want, it's literally the name of like my group. Like if you do the name of my group and then you know what the site's gonna be, that's that name, and that's the guy that owns that site is gonna be expired in 4 days for that domain. Which so I'm hoping it doesn't get auto renewed, and if it does, I'll just call him up and ask him, because it's not doing anything with the site. It's not developed at all. And I looked at his address on Google Earth, and it's like it's like a house. It's not even a business address. So like, if it was an established business, I'd be like, all right, well they're just struggling. But considering it's a house, if I call them up, they're like, look, I'll give you $100 for it, just to cover your expenses for it thus far. I'm sure he'd probably do it because he's had it for 2 years already. He ain't done shit with it. I mean, hell, for all he knows, he doesn't even know that he's still getting charged for it, you know?
That's true.
Yeah,
Lots of people kind of do forget, so snap it up if it's available.
Yeah. So your city's progressing nicely. Have you educated your Sims? Because if you don't do that, you're going to get some serious detonation going on over there.
They're not educated.
Yes.
I couldn't afford schools. So at the moment, they're going to have to just wait.
Welcome to Costco. I was gonna make copies of well, no, I wasn't, but like I should. It'd be funny. I should take copies of Idiocracy and just randomly chuck them out the window when I'm driving through a neighborhood. In other news today, we found random copies of the movie Idiocracy sprinkled throughout the land. We're not sure what this individual is trying to tell us, but if you can't figure it out, then the movie really is coming to fruition.
That's just awesome.
Oh, so this just in, my the adventures of my landlord screwing around with the lawn. I had a little conversation with him last night.
Our viewers are going to love hearing about this. Go on.
So, I got the world's most dumbest landlord ever, and this guy, like, all he had to do. Let's shut my window.
He said, so he can't hear you.
Yeah.
That's always so he can't hear.
All this idiot had to do was once a month get off his ass, go to the mailbox, open it up. Rent check. Cool. I'm gonna go back and sit down again. That's all he had to do. That's it. Okay. So.
Yep.
He ends up losing his job, which happens. I understand that. But from what I understand, and the story he's telling me is, he basically wasn't listening to his customers, and because of that, he sort of kind of blamed it on his boss because they didn't buy a quantity of this product that he was selling, and he was getting paid by commission. So he was losing out to this other company that bought a huge supply of product from another warehouse. So anyway, his customers were getting discounts elsewhere. His company knew about a deal that the warehouse was selling it. They didn't take advantage of it, so they were still forcing him to sell at the higher rate. And he was all getting bent out of shape that, like, oh, well, I'm losing money. I'm like, dude, well, you kind of lost your job, so why didn't you just bite the bullet and do whatever the hell you had to do to take care of your customers and try to make up your profit somewhere else? Yeah, it sucked, but it was a temporary situation, so when those bulbs, or whatever he was selling was, whenever that supply that his competitors bought was over, it would have returned to normal.
Yep.
So yeah, okay, it sucked. But how many of these products can you buy to fill up a warehouse? Like not many people have the size of a warehouse like an airplane hangar. That they're gonna fill up full of product. So I told him that I was opening my own deal there, and he said that, like, well, what do you do if your competitor just drops the prices down so low? I'm like, dude, as long as you're making any profit at all, price match them. Because at the end of the day, if your customers are still going to buy from you, they're still going to buy their products. So regardless if they buy from you or somebody else, to keep your volume up, to keep your pricing up, sell it as long as you're making a profit. Because at the end of the day, you're going to get a discount for the overall volume that you're purchasing at versus if you didn't do it at all. And he totally didn't even understand this. So now he's out of a job. He, instead of sitting in his house waiting for a rent check to come in, he ups and decides that he's going to remodel the entire front lawn of my house. So, and his excuse was, and this is what started the whole thing. So there's sprinklers that were buried in the ground like 40 years ago, and the tips of them, and I didn't know this at the time, but the tips of them were getting clogged up full of debris that was coming through the pipeline. So like, let's say your city has a cracked pipe somewhere, and they're fixing it, but in the process of that, like, debris got put into that. Well, these sprayers in the front yard with a sprinkler system over the 30, 40 years, however long it was buried, was getting stuck full of these particles and stuff that were clogging the system. So they were spraying fine because they were running at full street pressure, which is like unheard of. And so I told him, I was like, look, you got to get a pressure regulator on it to drop it down, because if you're spraying 60 pounds of pressure or 70 pounds of pressure from the street, you're never going to be able to get things, dialed in right to get fixed. Because at that time, I didn't know that they were clogged, because I'd never had a sprinkler system before, so I didn't know the maintenance of it.
Mm-hmm.
So we go out and try to adjust the nozzles. Each one has a little adjuster on it with a flathead screwdriver, and so, because of all the stuff that was clogging, you couldn't move them because they had calcium buildup or they had debris in it. And so he started looking into the sprayers and realized, oh, it's going to be work. So then the city says that they have a program where they can rip out your front lawn, or any lawn, and you'll get reimbursed for the cost of changing it over to a different type of system. So in this case, they go into a drip system, which is supposed to use a lot less water. But in the meantime, I had a front lawn that was dying for like 4 months, and finally he comes with this idiot with a rototiller and chews up all the fucking grass, or half of it anyway, because like, of course, it misses crap all over the place, and it didn't even go into the ground. So now I have a front lawn full of dirt, and he comes in and starts digging up the lawn. So he digs up the lawn to start laying the pipe for the new sprinkler system, and to back up a little bit, the whole reason why he's doing this is because when I asked him to change out the sprinkler heads because they were clogged, or I didn't know they could be fixed, so I was like, just change the sprinkler heads. The fucking sprinkler heads cost $10 a piece, and I have maybe 15, maybe 20, and not all of them are clogged, and not all of them need to be adjusted. So like half of those, you're talking like $100 at most, right? So
Yeah.
So he digs up all of those pipes, but in the process of digging up the old pipes, breaks the water main to the house while he's laying the new pipe. So he breaks the water main to the house, not once, not twice, 3 freaking times he breaks the water main to the house. Okay, and it's hilarious because the first time, okay, on top of breaking the pipes, he's got he's hiring illegal Mexicans standing in front of Home Depot to come and do work at the front of the house, like to help him do all this because he doesn't want to stand out in the hot sun. And the first time he gets busted was actually him with a shovel. The second time he gets busted was with one of those Mexicans with a pickaxe that basically graces the pipes and like chops it in half almost. And the third time was out near the main, and I don't know what that deal was. I think it was like a cracked pipe that he was trying to tee off, and so he's got that going on. So now he's got the pipe in. He has half of the driveway. It was just hilarious in this conversation that we had. So before he was saying, "Oh, the grass is dying up here," and it's almost half dirt, and I'm like, dude, if you fix the sprinkler, the grass would be watered and the grass would fucking grow. So he doesn't do that, decides to do all this ripping out the lawn and everything, and he puts half the damn dirt back on the freaking yard and he makes it a pathway. And the dirt is a little bit different. I don't know if you guys have the same material we use to make pitching mounds for like baseball fields at schools over here. But like schools, parks, they have that like clayish looking kind of
it's
stuff that
clayish,
packs down. Yeah, it's he's got a name of it, but he built a huge giant walkway down the middle of the damn driveway, or the middle of the yard with that, and then the rest of it is going to be like blotches of wood chips or some what do they call it? Mulch. So it looks like I got a fucking putting green in my front yard now that has half dirt that was like it before, and the rest of it is blotches of these fucking wood chips, with periodically of these nasty, disgusting fucking trees that are just, or not trees, but plants, because I guess you have to have some kind of plants in order to qualify for this thing. So I'm now.
Oh my god!
I got a funeral or what do you call it? Memorial service to go to on Thursday, which was from a guy that's a huge. He lost his wife. This guy lost his wife, and he's a huge man in the Porsche community in the United States. And I think we talked about this before. So I got that going on Thursday. I'm trying to get my car back together so I can drive it to the memorial service on Thursday. And meanwhile, he's bringing over these illegal Mexicans to work on the front lawn. And I told him, I was like, don't bring any more. Like, I wasn't cool with the idea to begin with, but now that I got this one, I was like, don't bring them over at all. So, you know, towards the end of it, like, I don't really like this guy, obviously. So, like, towards the end,
I hadn't guessed.
Yeah.
So so towards the end of the day yesterday, I was asking, I was like, you know, how long is this going to take? Because, you know, you've been going on physically tearing shit up in my front yard here for over a month. Like, well, you know, I don't really work in the hot heat, and you know, it's like, dude, it's like when you agreed to do this, like we pretty much thought it was going to be like a 2-3 week max job with a proper crew to come in here and just like flip it really quickly. Like the whole entire process from the time that the sprinklers have been screwing up until now has been almost 4 or 5 months. You know, so. At that point, you know, it's like every other time the guy comes over, like, I just, either I want to rip his fucking skull off, or I just want to give him a glass of water to, like, make him work a little bit faster, you know? So, I asked him, I was like, look, I was like, you know, this has been going on for quite a while, and now the backyard's fucking up, and I got the backyard sprinklers turned off because the valve is fucking busting and leaking. It's like, you can't even fix what's already broken. This guy is the most dumbest son of a bitch, like, all you had to do was sit on your ass and collect the fucking rent check. All he had to do was sit on his ass, collect the rent check, and just fix what was broken. He didn't have to do all this shit. So, you know, he's like, well, the lawn is coming out good. I'm like, no, it looks like shit. He's like, well, nobody. He's like, well, why don't you go walk around the neighborhood? Like, nobody else is doing this. I'm like thinking in my head, I'm like, dude, if nobody else is doing this, maybe there's a fucking reason for that. Like, really, you can't be this damn stupid. It's like talking to an 8-year-old. It's like talking to an 8-year-old, and he thinks because he's the homeowner that he has precedent over anything in the fucking yard. Like, no, like that is not how shit works. Like, when I rented the property, it was with the assumption that I'd have a fucking lawn until I left the place. And, like, if anything becomes broken, that isn't, like, either a fault of mine or something that's... You know, basically, if it's a utility, you're supposed to come and fix it. That's part of being a fucking homeowner, right? So...
Yeah.
He just doesn't understand this shit. And, like, there's been other things that, like, I asked him to fix, and he completely just, like fucks up on. And, like... Honestly, like, I can't wait to move out of here. I'm trying to convince my girlfriend to move out of this shithole. Like, it's a beautiful house, don't get me wrong, but it's in a fucked up neighborhood of the city, and I'm dealing with an idiot that just, like, for whatever reason, doesn't have a life and decides to make my life a living hell.
And you heard it first here, ladies and gentlemen. California is an amazing place to live.
Oh my god. California is not the place you want to be. Like, if you think you ever have a bad day and you want to change your life, don't come to California, because it'll just be worse.
And then you meet Thomas, and then you scream.
No. Listen. I'm actually one of the most chilled, laid-back persons you'll probably ever meet. But here's the catch. If you bring your bullshit to my end, to my little bubble of a life of existence, like, I will make your life hell back. Like, there's just no way about it. Like, I don't want to deal with your shit. I don't want to deal with you. Like, but if you're cool, chill, and like when I like just like hang out, drink some beers or whatever, watch TV, like go, you know, do some fun stuff, that's fine. But if you bring your idiot, stupid way of thinking into my bubble, holy hell, I will make your life hell. And rant.
I don't know about you, actually. It's been very entertaining.
That's why me and Samantha didn't like get along, because like that's all that dude was drama. But in JC,
you and Samantha.
Yeah.
Oh, how can we forget?
Yeah. So like JC, like he was interesting to a point. Like he could clown. Like there's a point where you can clown around and I can kind of roll with the punches, but it gets to the point where you're just. It's like, are you even thinking about this, or is it just like naturally coming out? Like, is there any governor attached to this?
Yeah, I'm not sure what his deal is. I don't think he. Oh, I don't know. He's licking his wounds at the moment because he's completely banned from coming on here. So
He's the type of person I would say give a second or third chance to, because it's not like he's openly attacking it. He's just like the Energizer Bunny. He keeps going, down. Oh no, he did. That's right. I missed it. Yeah.
you didn't hear his argument afterwards.
Yeah, I forgot
He
about
went on
that.
for ages about how rubbish TeamSpeak is and how. Yeah, I was like, all right, mate.
Yeah, so fuck off to the end of time then. Have a good life. Robin, that highway, look at that highway up near your bridge, that should run all the way to the coast. That should run straight down that mountain ridge and everything.
Should it straight down to the coast, yeah?
Yeah.
I was going to say, wrong person. I was about to say, what the hell? I'm not
Yeah,
looking
this
at
isn't
my
Robin
screen.
City, it's mine.
Oh, I'm sorry, Neil. Do that. So go back up to that city, like,
Hey,
Even-
one way to confuse the hell out of me.
even though that you have that one, like, highway, but go back up to the top there.
Right, go back up to the top where the bridge comes in, yeah?
Yeah, and just see how it's shifted. That's going to cause huge traffic issues. You should have somehow that main highway, it should be all attached as one unit. See how you have like it's gonna see how you got traffic bottlenecking up there, like all the way up the mountain. That's why.
Yep, yeah, I can see a massive queue by the garbage dump.
Yeah. So what I would do is if you can. Yeah, that garbage dump is going to be an issue. The only way I'd see like you could fix it easily is if that road that goes all the way up the mountain there, if you can go straight onto the highway, like remove the highway one as it is now. I don't know if you can go up that far. I don't know. I don't think you can. So somehow you got to get that highway that goes up the mountain range right up to the highway that's already there.
That I could do. Yeah, I've got another way of coming into it. How about let's just start doing this. Let's bulldoze that. It's in the way. What other stuff have I got here? Ooh, the coal power station's in the way. Maybe,
Yeah,
I don't know.
This would be a city that, honestly, like, the way that you got the highway running up the mountain, like, I'd say that's about halfway accurate. Now, the other thing is, you basically want to make a loop. So, what I would do is, like, keep that way that's going up the highway, but somehow run it into that highway that's already there, and then straight down the mountain, like, out from the highway, so you can see how it's teed. But I would go straight down there and then somehow loop it down on the bottom part.
That highway's running straight in, and then
Yeah. Because you're going to eventually have mega towers down there, and you think the traffic's bad now.
oh yeah, I know.
Yeah, go straight down the mountain there. It'd be cool if it made it like a tunnel down to the bottom, but I don't think it's going to do that.
It can't do tunnels. It won't do a bridge quite right neither. Let's move it further forward.
If you hold shift, no,
Right.
don't do that. Don't curve it that way. If you go straight down, that's going to be the best thing. Because you're gonna fan out the traffic down there doing it that way. Because you could easily have the industry on the east side of that, the way the wind is going. If you hold down shift while you're dragging straight, it'll make a straight line. Yeah, you could do that, I guess. It'd be a little off, but yeah, that'll work. Like, I would even go so far as saying, like, maybe destroy, like, the city to get it, like, squared off, like, in that one section of that block that would roll down.
How far behind is the stream? Can you see what it's proposing now?
You're veering off to the left now, but I wouldn't go over there.
You wouldn't do that.
No, like I would literally go straight down. You're gonna have to bulldoze like a block of buildings, but go straight down and then come straight down, let it stop wherever it's at, and then whatever houses that are in front of it, bulldoze those houses and just revamp the grid there.
Oh, I see. Right. Well, that's actually not too bad. That's just an industrial zone down there. I'm quite happy to bulldoze. So.
Because now which way is the wind flowing to?
As you're looking at the screen, it's heading south.
Okay, I wouldn't put any buildings south of the industrial area then. because nobody's gonna want to live over there. You're gonna have low res. If anything, you might want to just spread that industrial all the way to the end. Actually, no. Leave the industrial where it's at. But you know what you could do is put a port over south of the industrial zone. That'd be really perfect because then they can ship right down to it. You got a highway that goes down to it, and then with the loop, you could have the industrial feeding the residential areas with the product, and you would put get that bridge as close up to the mountain as you can, because that way you can you know, keep it straight but back it up towards the bottom of the mountain, so that way you're not spacing the bridge out over land you could use. So go as far as you can, yeah, go as far as you can back before it turns red or something. I mean, hell, see if you can go way back and see if it turns into a tunnel. That'd be the best thing.
It won't build it up, it starts rising it up, so...
Yeah, perfect, right there. You're gonna rebuild the California grapevine. Yeah.
It actually looks alright, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks pretty good there. So what I would do is I would drop that there, and then drag another section of it forward as far as
all the way up to the coast, where you can see it's a dead straight run down, isn't it?
Don't go like all the way to the coast. Go like a block or two away from it, and then you can have like houses of high value on the coastline.
I wouldn't do. Okay, let me put
You know
it
what I mean?
back in then.
Yeah, but I would go down to like see how there's that. No, don't go that far. Go like half the distance of where you were, and I'll tell you why. Because like, see how like on your industrial side you got that land inlet, like it kind of cuts in. So when you drag down the highway, you want to go, I guess maybe to the flush of that, because you would nope, too far. Go back. Go back. Go like to the middle of those 4 roads on the left of the highway there, and then just let it stew for a minute, because what you want to do is like on the highway that's going through the industrial, you want to curve it to the right and make a loop. You see what I'm saying?
Oh, hang on. Oh no, that'll be difficult.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have to bulldoze some stuff, but at the end of the day, you're gonna have a nice, consistent loop that goes through there, and then eventually, what you're probably gonna end up doing is replacing the smaller streets with streetcars anyway, because the smaller streets there will always have like a lower, even if you use the high density streets, like you're not gonna have as much people living in the streets as if you use the streetcars. Because with the streetcars, you're gonna have the ability to move people around using either the streetcars or the maglev. Remember?
Mm-hmm.
I know too much about this game. Anyway, other than that, you can just go ahead and build whatever you want. So yeah, this wouldn't be too bad of a gig, man, because like you can hang out here and I could sell some stuff online and just do the orders and everything, and then like I could just sit on my ass and like collect money. I like money. Nah, I would actually have some phone calls to like answer and stuff like once in a while, but I don't think it'll be as busy as if I was to work at like a brick and mortar store. But if I could do a quarter, because there was 4 salesmen at the store, so if I could do a quarter of the income, like my sales in that in the store I was working at were $250,000 in 10 months. If I could get, you know, a quarter of that, I'd be happy.
Oh, that's good though. That's a lot.
Yeah, but like, so the customers, I was probably talking to a good like maybe 15-20 regular customers a day. So if I could have 15-20, I mean, and the site's going to serve the entire country, and actually I'm going to be sending stuff to the UK as well. So the and the UK stuff is going to be sold through the personal site. So, and the reason for that is because the drop shipment doesn't ship to the UK, unfortunately. So I'm going to have I will be setting up the smaller store just for the group for my guys. But they'll still be able to buy most of the product on the store, assuming it's the one manufacturer or the one distributor. I would just have to go and pick it up and like mail it out for them is all, because they got to make sure they get all the VAT tax and duty stuff and all that, whatever is taken care of. Which I'm sure after a few times doing it, it wouldn't be that big of a deal. Eventually, what I'd like to have happen is if I could have an office set up where I can have deliveries sent to the office, which would be kind of cool. But I don't think I'm gonna do anything like that until probably after the move.
You give money to one of your cities. How long does it usually take again?
It can take as much as 20 minutes.
Oh, to transfer it? Yeah.
Yeah. I just forgot the time limit.
I think you do. If I remember correctly, I don't know if it was because I was impatient, but like when I was coming in and out of the city, I noticed that it gives you a heads up that the money's transferred. I think quicker if you're bouncing in and out trying to find it than if you're just sit on it. Because I think it's got to be one of those things where like you might have to like leave the city, or like whatever city you're in that you're giving the money from, like send the money, hang out there for like 10 minutes, and then go to the other city and see if it pops up. But I don't think it pops up. I think it's one of those things where like you only get it after it transfers and you log out and log back in. But I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean,
We'll see. You have to sit and wait it out.
Neil,
Hmm.
right click on those streets and see if you can upgrade them to streetcars.
Oh yeah, those ones I can. But
Okay, yeah, so do that later.
yeah, let's go get around to do that later. Now I don't like how it's placed out. I demolish that again.
Yeah, I don't know if we want that garbage way up there though.
Do you think that's a bad place to put it?
Yeah, I put that down towards or like wherever the furthest point of your wind map is. I would put it there. So if the wind is going south, put it to the furthest south as you can possibly make it, because that pollution, as it goes across your map, kind of fans out, and it might hit the bottom of your residential area. So pull up your wind map and see which way the wind is going.
Hey, that keeps on changing though. Didn't think about that. Shit.
The wind map?
Yeah, the wind changes direction.
Always stayed the same direction for me. Three, two. I wish there was a tutorial you could see about how to make a tunnel, because tunnels are really cool.
The game will do tunnels.
Yeah,
Randomly chooses to do it.
yeah, there should be an easier way. Oh, I forgot to tell you earlier. So yeah, I was cruising around Twitch last night and I found a game that is exactly like SimCity, but it's a different game.
Okay.
It looks literally almost like SimCity, but I think now that Maxis is gone, maybe they sold the rights to it or something. I'm not sure. I hope the damn bank calls him back today. So if anybody knows a way to accurately explain to someone how much of an idiot they're being, like my landlord, like I don't want to piss him off to the point where he doesn't renew the lease, but I want him to understand that he's pissing me off and he just needs to kind of fuck off.
I'm afraid being diplomatic isn't my strong point.
Yeah. My girlfriend's a pretty diplomatic person. She could She's just trying to. She basically told me like, dude, just leave it alone. We're gonna be moving out soon, so it doesn't really matter. I'm like, yeah, but we still have another 6 months. Like, the biggest bitch of it is, like, I can get over the fact that he wanted to rip the lawn out and do whatever crazy it is he wants to do. I'll get over that, but what really irritates me is, like, it's a project that doesn't seem to end. Like, he's over here every single day. You know, it's just like one of those things where it's like, dude, come on, finish up your project and go away now. Like, do this in your own yard, you know? Like, we're not friends.
Yeah.
I don't understand why you're here.
Some
And
design
that-
decisions were made really badly here. Hold on. Actually, no, that would be fine.
And I'm debating whether or not to call the code enforcer and my neighbor for building a freaking shed like right over the property line. Like I could touch the roof of the place, like standing in my backyard.
That isn't good. You should probably phone that in.
I could, but I'm thinking I might. I don't know. If he finished building that, if he finished building it, like, will they still make him tear it down?
Of course it will.
So maybe I'll wait until see what he uses it for. Because if it's literally just to store goofy shit, like, fine, whatever. But if he starts operating machinery in that thing, I swear to God, I'm gonna firebomb the damn thing. Well, not literally. I wouldn't literally firebomb it, but just venting people.
I was gonna say he isn't really an arsonist.
Yeah, right. No, like, but this, like I said before, this is the guy that had that machinery running with bearing grinding away. And, I don't know. Hopefully, he's not trying to expand on that.
Come on, road. Much better. Right, what do you propose I do next then? I've got a highway. I'm trying to make a highway loop, so I need to cut it through these houses somewhere.
Scroll down. Okay, I would take both of those highways. Well, start with the left one first. Let me see the left from the highway to the coast. Alright, so what I would do is I would take that highway down all the way to the second to last street there, and then take a left or your screen right.
I see. And then
And
bring
then
the other
loop.
one down as well to match it up, yeah?
Exactly. Because that way you're not going all over the coast, so you could utilize that land later. But eventually you're going to turn that road that's all the way down to the coast to a streetcar anyway, so it'll all work out eventually. But in the meantime, this is just something to get your traffic looped around, because you're going to want to put some commercial in with the housing areas, so for shopping. So that road will make sure that all the manufacturing stuff gets to the commercial zones. U.S. team got plagued from flea bite. Somebody got the bubonic plague here in Oregon.
Really?
Did we solve this like back in like Dark Ages? It teenage girl in Cook County, Oregon is in the ICU recovering from a case of bubonic plague, according to the Oregon Health Authority. The Cook County Public Department of Health. Officials believe that she contracted the bacteria from an infected flea during her hunting trip earlier this month in Oregon.
There's your answer. Do somewhere else and got it and then give it back.
It's amazing that all these like food sicknesses and all these diseases are pretty much starting to, they're mainly formed in the Southwest. I wonder why that is. Did you ever look at a foodborne illness map in the United States? Like, the Southwest is lit up like a freaking Christmas tree.
No, I didn't know. Let's see.
Oh, Lord of sports. I would love to hear what the conversation is with Steve Harvey. So you wanted to stay in, huh? We're just gonna go ahead and pencil this in your contract renewal. Dude, I bet you every single one of those players was like, dude. Pretty sure like somebody probably was not happy with that. Alright. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some meat.
No worries.
Okie dokies. Right, got my cold food meeting now.
Cool beans.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
So at some point we got to do that Friday the 13th. Neil, do you got a Twitch account?
Do I have a Twitch account?
Yes.
Of course I do. I'm using it.
Do you retweet people's tweets?
Oh, you said Twitter. Yes.
You should follow other people on there, because then they follow you back.
I've got enough stalkers on Twitter.
How many stalkers are we talking about?
I stopped counting. My personal Twitter's got loads. My gaming one hasn't got very many.
I would make your personal one your gaming one.
What, you wouldn't or you would?
I would.
Oh no, bad idea that.
Why?
Just
Anybody that you would probably want to talk to on a normal basis, I would leave that for Facebook, and then for your followers and stuff, I would use for Twitter.
you see, I don't use Facebook.
Why?
Don't like it.
You don't have an account?
Nope. Deleted it.
How are you promoting this channel?
It goes out to my gamers Twitter and on Steam.
What does it do on Steam?
It sends a notification to people that are signed up to receive them.
How are you actively like expanding this? Like, how are you advertising this? What I'm trying to figure out.
At the moment, not a lot. I tried talking to other streamers and just trying to get it put on their channel as well.
Yeah.
At the moment, I'm not taking it too seriously. Games like this, nobody's going to watch to high volumes anyway.
There was a guy that it would be cool if he's I'm trying to see which one. I think it might be Feasel. This guy has a crazy amount of followers. Yeah, and he's hosting some random Japanese thing. Oh,
Okay.
he's hosting somebody playing Mario RPG. But I think he's like pretty much like a speedrun kind of person though. So if we could somehow turn SimCity into a speedrun, that'd be kind of crazy. But the reason why I was bringing this guy up is he has He has 16,864 followers. And over 2 million views. And all he does, he does speed runs, but he does like Iron Sword, Zelda 2, Master Blaster, Zelda 2 again, but different category. Like a lot. Basically, they're all NES games. But
There's a market for that, huh?
oh yeah. Well, what makes him kind of cool is he's not really like loud and obnoxious. He's kind of like, he doesn't really talk like a whole lot, but he does, but he doesn't. He doesn't talk like, he talks almost like monochrome, so he's not like screaming into the mic, so people can enjoy the game. It's the kind of channel you can leave on in the background and not have to worry about like somebody rambling on about crazy stuff. So because of that, in the retro of it, kind of stays on, which is kind of cool. But I was thinking about maybe doing something like that, but with like, I don't know, maybe like Super Nintendo. I guess I got all the Super Nintendo and regular Nintendo games, so there's some games on there that I don't necessarily need to be the necessity for a speed run, but I was watching this other channel, and I'm not going to name the person's name because it was just epically. I think this girl was the daughter of my landlord.
Say no more.
Put it this way: she was playing Mario Maker, and she said, "How do I put this?" She goes, "I don't have enough experience to play Mario." That says a lot.
Busy.
Hey Neil, do you think I should just call this guy?
Got his details?
Yeah, I just did a who is, and there's a number there.
Yeah, do it.
Like, what do you think? Like a reasonable. Yeah, he doesn't have. I'm hoping he doesn't have any hosting associated with it. He just has the domain. This service is in the Grand Cayman Islands. What the hell? I wonder if he set it offshore so he didn't pay taxes.
Now that's common.
Oh man. Somebody wants to. I think someone wants to sell it because it's got NA Media somehow on the page. Oh wow, I'll find something. I'll find a cool name. It's no big deal.
Welcome to the channel, MC Manuel. Did I say that right? I'm sorry. So,
Hello.
what makes you think you can't get that name then?
I don't know. I'm just one of those people that sees something shiny and wants it.
Yeah, but what makes you think you can't get it?
Because it might be set up for auto renewal, and like I'd rather just snag it from the domain provider if they don't have an automatic renewal. But if they have an automatic renewal set up, like I said before, if that guy doesn't even know that he's still being charged for it.
There used to be a way you could tell if somebody had it on auto renew. Wow, my jail cells are full already.
You need education.
I'm just putting more jail cells.
Much like the Southwest, where not a whole lot of education here, crime rate's still high. It's like McManuel, like McDonald's.
Like McDonald's. Oh, McManuels. Ah, sorry. Welcome. I need to work on my pronunciations of people who join the channel. Have I got my crime under control now? Oh, look at all of these abandoned warehouses. No place to ship freight. Oh, you know why? Thomas, because when I was building that freeway, I demolished my trade depot.
You has nothing to ship.
I didn't put it back. Whoopsie daisy. Now where to put it? It's not going to fit in there, so... That's how trade depot built up. Oh, look at all of these. No water, no workers.
Your city just sucks. It's alright, they got Porta Johns and wet maps. It's all good.
Yeah, it's alright. We're going to recover this situation.
Could be worse. You could have a Chernobyl.
That is true. I'll leave that over to you. Hang on, no, I've had a Chernobyl moment.
I've kind of turned that explosion of nuclear stuff into an art form.
Turned it into an art form.
McManuel, is the game worth buying? It looks complicated. It's not complicated at all once you figure out the dynamics, and once you figure out the dynamics, you're gonna be like, oh, this game's really simple.
Yeah, carry on, Thomas.
It's like, if you can figure out how to play checkers, that's pretty much like the complexity of it. But, it's not bad. I mean, I think the pricing of it, considering Maxis is no longer around, might be a little high, but it's not too bad. There's still kind of a following for it, but, how much was the Cities of Tomorrow pack? I forgot.
That
like
was
$10 or something like that.
It was £10 here, so you guys got it cheaper than us.
Yeah. So any game for like $10, it's a decently playing game. It's totally worth it. It's when you get these games that like nickel and dime you to death. Those are the ones I try to stay away from. However, that being said, I'm like $1,500 into the hole on Star Trek Online, but
you didn't tell me this.
Yeah, I had.
How did that come about?
Well, at the time when I was working like every day, it was either spend $20 and go get a case of beer, or go and get some credit for Star Trek Online. So it was kind of like a mix of that, where I didn't drink quite as much, and then I needed to be entertained, so I still had extra cash that I didn't spend on the beer, and I went in that direction.
I see how it goes. Oh, by the way, McManuel, thanks for the follow, dude. Welcome to my crazy corner of Twitch.
Crazy corner. Anything can happen.
It's certainly not normal, is it? Let's be honest.
From dysfunctional landlords to Potato Head Jr. And if you stick around long enough, you might actually understand what those mean.
And don't forget transgender Samantha.
Oh, God. There's a lad that's got a permanent tampon stuck up his ass.
I'm sorry. You know he watches these back on my YouTube when I export them, right?
I couldn't give a shit. I'm not using his full name, so... And I won't say where he lives. So... But, if it's like the old saying goes, if it acts like a dick and if it acts like a dick, looks like a dick, it's... oh, man. Anyway,
yeah,
it's just... Just be cool, people. I don't understand, like, what's so hard about just... I think people forgot a long time, like, you know what I blame it on? I blame it on Facebook. Because as soon as people, like, started using Facebook, they felt like they had some kind of a right to explain to the world the amount of gibberish that just pours out of their damn heads, and it's like
he never used to be like that though, because he has a YouTube channel and the videos are actually normal.
So what gives him the right?
And he's polite, so I don't understand why when he comes onto TeamSpeak the rage just.
No.
Oh well.
There has been kind of a general rule of thumb that I followed throughout the years, and basically what I've come to the conclusion is don't openly attack anyone that hasn't attacked you, because at the end of the day, there's always somewhere else that you can go and be. So as long as they're not impacting your life, who gives a shit? Let them do whatever, you know. And you can take that theory to a lot of different areas too. I mean, there's certain exclusions like, anyway, but On my website, for example, I just simply put like I don't tolerate negativity at all. Like I just don't deal with it. And I've deleted a few guys' comments, and they're like, "What did I say? That's not even bad." I'm like, "Well, yeah, it is, and here's why. It's just like it's unnecessary, is what it is. It's not even so much that it was really 100% negative, but it was negative, and it was unnecessarily negative comment, and it was just like, dude, yeah,
Also, said he couldn't understand. Like,
yeah. It didn't really have a positive outcome at all. Like there was no point of like of the comment existing. And sometimes, a lot of times, you can have those comments, but when it has a negative side of it, like okay, it's a negative comment, it has no point or reason or purpose of existing, so why should I have it on my, you know? Because if you got a whole page full of that stuff, people are going to look at the page and be like, all right, well, I'm going to something else.
It's like you said, though. I think to me ages ago that one individual can completely destroy a community, and look what's happened to this.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not saying he's entirely to blame, but he was a massive contributing factor.
Yeah. But one thing that I have noticed after building up my car group, if you can create an area where people just know that no matter how bad their day is, like if they have an area they know they can just go to see what kind of like cool positive things are going on, like they will flock to it. And to a certain extent, there's another side factor to this. If people can go to a site and see like, wow, somebody else has got it worse than me. like my landlord.
Yeah.
This fucker.
Yeah, your landlord. Here we go.
You know, people like to hear that. Oh, wait, maybe my life isn't that bad after all. This guy's dealing with an idiot landlord that wants to rip his fucking lawn apart. So,
Now tell me, Thomas, how did this come about?
oh man,
It's for the benefit of our new viewers.
long time ago in a land far, far away, two people got incredibly stoned, and a baby was born.
Oh, you're going all the way, way back.
Yes. I blame it on the hippie parents.
Oh, this is priceless.
Oh, that same guy. Listen to this. The same guy. When I first moved to California, I didn't really know him. He was like the first person I met because you know who he is. But somehow, some shape or form, we decided to go on a fishing trip. And on the there's two points. On the way to the fishing boat, we had a third person go with us, and those two were friends for a long time. And you know, these are just like 3 or 4 group of guys that just kind of hung out throughout the years. And I think I was kind of like maybe starting to join in that group, you know, because we were actually talking at one point. And he hadn't always been this way, but like the air conditioning story, whole nother. Maybe I'll get into that in a little bit. But
Just to interrupt you there, sorry Thomas. Welcome to the stream PvP 155155. Pull up a seat, enjoy the banter, and welcome to Chaos.
Yes. So he had it was funny the conversation those two guys were having in the front because they're talking about a third friend of theirs that either his life went down the toilet or he died or something as a result from drinking. And I was like, listen, and they were trying to say that, oh, it's a disease. Alcoholism is a disease. Like, okay, maybe to a certain point I could buy that, but at the same time, there is a point in every alcoholic's life where they physically choose to change from a daily habit to a disease. And if they don't choose to do something about it, that's their own damn fault.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And that's what he couldn't comprehend. So I was like, dude, it's like if you're gonna drink if you're gonna drink yourself into a hole in the ground, like you get no sympathy from me. There's just, you know, nothing you can do about that. Like there's always some way else you can go out and just enjoy life other than that. So that just blew my mind there. However, so on the way back from the fishing trip, what does he do? He pulls out a freaking pipe and starts smoking pot in the middle of a freeway while he's driving. I'm like, did we not just have a conversation about this like a few hours ago? I was like, dude, one thing if you're gonna do something like that, don't care either way, you know, I'm not saying I'm for or against it, I'm just saying, like, if that's your choice, that's your choice. But don't do it while you're fucking driving. Especially with somebody in the car.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you wanna do that, and you wanna drive, go out in the middle of nowhere where there's nobody else around for like an hour or so you can sober up by the time you get back to society. And while you're at it, just, like, hit the gas pedal really fast and see how far you can go.
Oh no.
PvP 155 155 155.
Some of those usernames you can't say it really fast because you'll slightly mess it up.
It reminds me of Jeff Dunham with Peanut. Jaffafa.
Yeah. Jaffafa. Silence! I kill you.
Oh, don't. That is that still a thing?
Yeah.
That will always be a thing, yeah. He's actually got somebody else. There's like two terrorists on there now. There's Ahmed, and then there's like the guy that trained him and they got him killed now or something like that.
Oh no, yeah, you've also with his son and the wife as well. But they're not actually like real. They just talk about him.
Oh. You know who they should bring in?
Still the best is Walter. Welcome to Walmart. Get your shit. Get out.
Get.
Oh my. Oh.
Oh, this is disgusting. So apparently there's 167,000 pounds of ground beef that are linked to possible E. coli.
Really? That much?
Yeah, only that much. What the hell is wrong with people? I don't know if you've ever seen like an American cattle farm for processing beef, but like it is one of the most third world countries don't even smell that bad.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like thousands of cows that just like stand around in their crap all day long. They're, and they're supposed to hose them off and everything like that, but when you slaughter your cows, like just the stench of the bacteria in the air will getting into the cow, because like there's a point where like you can't really slaughter a cow and 100% like, I don't know, whatever. Golf shoes? President Obama promised President Obama promised there would be no boots on the ground in Iraq, so they're wearing golf shoes.
Tell me that's a joke, right?
Yeah, it's true.
It's not going to work how I want it to.
How many followers we got? 24. 4 people. Oh, that person ran off. He's no longer among us. He got scared by my landlord. Dude, this could be like a TV show.
You know what? Your little escapades of your landlord is getting close to a radio show.
It is. Maybe I shouldn't be so harsh on him. Maybe I should just like talk about him. Call it the landlords.
I think if you were nice, it wouldn't be as funny. Alright, in goes that mega tower, people.
Well, instead of like like the show The Office, it can be like that, but instead of selling like paper clips and shit like that. They would sell like they would be the building managers of houses for rent. And that would be the show. They go around and just like do goofy shit that piss people off that don't make any sense. Did you ever see the timeline of what was it? Beijing? Was it Beijing or Tokyo? I think it was in Tokyo, but like over the last 15 years, the skyline has like completely changed. Like they built shit so rapidly that it literally looks like somebody's playing SimCity.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? I knew they were having a rapid expansion, but I didn't
Yeah, let me go to
know it
YouTube.
was. Ah, welcome to the stream, Pride Chaser. Pull up a seat. Welcome to Crazy Town.
Hello, Walter.
Shameless plug, I know, but if you guys like what we're doing here, just give me a follow.
We need follow.
We need followers.
We
I'm
got
not
nowhere
ashamed to
else
admit it.
go.
We've all got to start somewhere. PewDiePie started somewhere, and now look at the guy. PewDiePie. Shameless plug. Yeah, Pride Chaser. We're always in SimCity. It's a bit of an old favourite of ours.
It's good to see people still play this game. Yes, we're old fuckers now. Can't find my walker. Where'd it go?
It's like, we got nothing else to play. No, it's it's a lot better than Skylines. I'm sorry, I'm in a minority for saying that, but I genuinely think it is better than City Skylines.
See, we've played all your cool games, your hit games of the now, and we just... No, the classics are better.
This game got off to a really shaky start, didn't it? Because EA completely balked the online stuff, but now it's fixed. This game is solid as a rock.
You know what they should do? They should release this game to the public. And
What,
make
just
it...
for free?
Well, kind of, yeah. Because, like, what they... Well, maybe not for free. Maybe you still gotta pay for the base version. But they should... the CDs of Tomorrow Pack?
Yep.
They should allow people to make their own packs and like release them into like society or like the site. So like you could there'll be like game packs that you can get for free to add into it.
You know this is EA we're talking about, right?
Well, yeah, but they would still make money, and then they wouldn't even have to develop it anymore. You could get a crew of like 5 people to maintain the base version of it, and then they would also have to go through and improve the packs to make sure they're legit and they don't like screw the game up there in which way. But it would be kind of cool. It'd be like an open source SimCity kind of thing, you know. But it'd be semi-open source. Like I said, you still have to pay for the base version, but for the add-ons and for the plugins and stuff, it'd be pretty cool.
Yeah, you see,
Well-
Pride Chasers hit the nail on the head. The issue with EA is they start things and then drop it after 3 years. That is totally true. Actually, 3 years is a bit generous. They normally cut things after about a year.
Well,
looking
explain
at
EA
you,
Sports
Battlefield.
section. EA Sports is still around pretty extensively.
Is it? You know, I also find maybe there's nothing to back this up, but do you feel they support the console titles longer as well?
No,
You don't think so?
No, I think those are actually less because SimCity's still around. But like, if you call them for support for like, what is it, like NFL like 99, they're gonna laugh at you.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair enough. That's really old. But
That's what I'm saying. So like, I don't think that if the console games they only support the console games as long as that it's selling. The consoles can still be in the. That's probably. I'd say that's probably the tipping point is once they come out with a new console, they'll like stop the support for that game. Because it wouldn't make much sense if you do anything out after that anyway. And we got a new console coming out every 3 years now, so. Hell, they're working on the PS5 already.
Ah,
Oh no, that'd
right,
be good.
Neil.
You see that? Okay. City Skylines developers been in talks with SimCity Maxes to do an online version of multiplayer for cities.
Well,
Oh,
that's
that
what
could be
this
good.
is.
Yeah, but this is.
Alright, Neil, you can look at Milo Point now.
Give us a few moments. Come on.
So what? You would have like two people building the same city?
I don't know. Would it work like this? Do you think you have a region where everybody has to work on resource, or?
I was going to say, seeing as you're streaming, why don't you go through all 4 of mine just to load them up?
You know what I'd like to see, and maybe I could actually build this, but I used to love playing Second Life. I used to love that game. But the problem is whenever you go to any of the Sims, they call it in there, where you can go to different worlds, they're so damn small. Like, they should have vast, huge areas that, like, say like this city right here, you should be able to like get in a car and drive through a whole city and everything versus like I don't know if you ever played it, but they're relatively small areas.
Yeah, well, I remember playing Second Life when it was new, but the game then got a lot of stick and slowly been shunned and pushed off to the edge of nowhere now.
Yeah, and they're still charging thousands of dollars a month for a sim now, which I never understood at all. Like, when your rent for a virtual piece of property is more than the one that you're currently living in real life.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Whoa! Hazmat fire, people.
You made money off of Second Life
You
for
made money
DJing,
out of
Cry
Second
Chaser?
Life.
I would assume you probably got $10 an hour for that, if that. I couldn't imagine somebody getting paid like a good amount of money for being a DJ on there.
Yeah, it generated its own like micro world, didn't it? Kind of like Minecraft has done today, where Minecraft is clean.
$3,000 in 10 years. What does that?
Dirty.
What does that come out to a month? Got to be like $30-$40 a week or something like that. If that.
Getting paid to play a game, though. Come on.
Well, hold on. Let's do the calculator. Because, like, if... hold on, let me show you. This will be funny. 12 times 10. Okay, that's 120 weeks. So... 3,000 divided by 120. About $25 a week, yeah. No clue, but I paid for my car insurance every year. Well, I guess.
It's not bad you get money out of playing games. If I could totally go for that.
As long as you're making more money than it costs to power your computer and your turntables and whatever it is to broadcast your stream, I mean, alright, hey, if you're having fun, do it up. Who am I to say no? It's like I was looking into, what was it there, Bitcoin a while back. And, when they first came out, people were using their PCs and they're generating some alright cash, so they're making like $20 a month or whatever it is to supplement their power bill, which is fine. And then somebody had the bright idea to change them over to from the CPU based to GPU based, and so then people were building like computers with like 4 graphics cards and those Titans. That's why all those blew up. And then someone had this brilliant idea to make Bitcoin boxes. Yeah, from there then they went to the NIC boxes that were like basically routers, and then now they got one where your entire computer They got it set up where an entire computer can be like the size of your remote, and there's one guy that's got an entire garage full of these things. Like he's literally got like 10,000
Yeah, I put
Bitcoin
a
mining machines.
small USB pen drive.
Yeah, exactly. And
Yeah, I played
it's
around
like-
with it.
yeah, you can't even make money off of Bitcoin anymore.
No,
No,
I
your
gave
power
up.
bill just gets completely drained. But
Like
I
unless
wonder
you,
how Jerry's getting on with it. He never posts a video about it.
who
Barnacles. He set a Bitcoin mining rig up in his garage, and then you never hear about it since.
you would be better off opening up a rendering farm in your garage before a Bitcoin garage. So like if somebody wanted to like use a 3D computer, like a 3D design program, like I use Cinema 4D. So like if somebody wanted to use Cinema 4D, can you post a link to Skyline, the City Skylines multiplayer?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine.
Yeah, when are you gonna make me a mod, by the way? You should do that.
Didn't we have you as a mod before?
Oh. I think
mean
maybe
on
on the
TeamSpeak
server,
or
but
on
that was
Twitch?
about it.
Do you want to moderate Twitch?
Yeah, sure.
Which one was you asking to mod? TeamSpeak, Twitch, or both? Or
Both if you want, but I mean, whatever you want to do. Give me all the power.
is this when I find out I get kicked from my own servers?
No.
You got me to do that for you, so what's the point?
So, keep the coffee coming.
Yeah, basically, I'm going to be his coffee bitch for the next 2 years.
Would you like some cream in your coffee?
Funnily enough, that's the first thing I asked him.
Oh, dear God.
Yeah, I said no to double cream.
Ha 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 ha.
Milo Point is now running perfectly. Very nicely. I got all 4 of mine now packed.
I'm just having a look. I'm just having a look at the article. That's interesting.
But. Oh, this. Yeah.
Paradox teaming up with Maxis to actually make that a thing. That would be awesome.
Gets greenlit. Did it get greenlit on Steam or something?
Well, I guess it's being developed or being worked on. I'm not sure. But that's really cool.
Oh, damn. Yep, that's a gamer chick if you ever saw one right there. I don't know, I've seen a picture of the skyline. It looks pretty basic. Looks a
Very
hair.
old, Thomas. You've been opt in the Twitch chat. I'll do TeamSpeak once we're done. It's a bit more involved.
No, not yet.
How long does that take to come through?
I don't know.
Like, I go scare them all to death. You're all banned now. Have you got the green sword next to your name yet?
Yeah, I just got it.
Cool.
As long as it looks better and has better functionality than SimCity, I'm all about evolving.
See, my thing with City Skylines is it was actually boring to play because SimCity's got that fun aspect to it where you can have these little disasters and things don't get taken too seriously. City Skylines is all deadly serious.
Deadly serious.
I mean, like when I was doing this the other day, I had zombies break out of my hospital and start running amok across the city because my healthcare was
Super
bad.
serial.
City skylines wouldn't do that. You'll just have that little bird thing in the middle going, "You need more hospitals."
You know what would be interesting is if they actually did this in such a way where it was like ultra realistic. Like instead of like the cartoons with zombies walking around, like they actually have like super high-end, like realistic graphics. I think that would be really cool. You got something going on.
Yeah, but if you had it very realistic, your two cities, they've suddenly become uninhabitable for about 100,000 years. While all that radiation slowly goes through the half-life process.
No, I mean like you can have their scrubbers or whatever it is, and that's fine. But I'm just talking about the physically, like the looking of them. You know what I mean? Because these buildings on SimCity, I mean, for a game that was based in the '90s, yeah, they're pretty cool. But like, they have a building that's high-end, like realistic looking.
It's
Like,
typically Max's, isn't it? That's the thing about the graphics. You can tell it's one of their games.
yeah, they just have this like cachet to them. Up to 5 people. This is awesome.
Considering SimCity is a game which, let's be honest, limited appeal. We're not doing too badly tonight.
Yes, come for the game, stay for the conversations.
Speaking of which, it
Don't
involves
do it.
landlords a lot, doesn't it?
Don't do it.
Oh, I went there.
It's like my arch enemy. He is my Lex Luthor. I told him before he left the other day, or yesterday, that because I didn't want to have the illegal national people like working in my front yard. I told him, I was like, how would you like it if I paid homeless people to stand in your front lawn?
You didn't.
Yeah, I did. I'm serious. I seriously said that.
Oh, that is that is not good.
Well, that would take care of like. Hello.
Yeah, I'm here.
That would take care of 2 problems. One, the homeless people would have a place to go, and second, they'd be making a little bit of money. And third, it would annoy him just as much as he's annoying me with his front yard. So it's a win-win for everybody. Except for him, I guess.
Oh, that's funny. You're so unpolitically correct. It's
I speak truth. Because like I said before, if you keep your drama away from me, like, you won't have any come back to you. Because like, it's funny because like when people like bring their drama my way, like, dude, no, like, you don't have any idea. Like, if you make my life hell, I will make yours 10 times hell. I will make you wish that you never even met me.
oh dear.
But it's all within reason. Do you have enough water for your food?
Got a small problem with
Your food?
Yeah, I can't work out why the sewage treatment plant isn't pumping fresh water back into the ground. It's actually pumping dirty water. It doesn't
You
normally
got
do
it in
that.
your industry.
No, it's in a housing estate. But we'll take care of those water pumps, and then we will put some more modern ones down. That should work. Maybe not.
You need a ferry. something to help that traffic problem.
I need... Well, I was planning on using, building those in mega towers eventually, and then joining them all together with sky bridges. But that ain't gonna work for a while because I haven't got the money. So what are my options now? Should I build like streetcars or something? Or buses?
Well, the biggest problem is you got to figure out why all those people are leaving. Are they going to work in another town, and is that much work in your area?
No, most of them are abandoning the place because I've got no water, which I kind of can't get a handle on at the moment.
Well, I would shut down that tower for now before you start losing a vast amount of money.
Yeah, I think I built that too soon because they're not happy with it. Look at the money it's losing me.
Yeah, ever since you built it, they've been having water issues. Do you have the scrubber research in this thing?
No, I don't know.
See, that's a problem.
That tower's gone. Cash flow's immediately looking better.
Yeah.
Let's put those roads back in.
Well, you can have the water plant, and then you can have the poo plant, but you just gotta leave them separate in separate areas. Put the poo plant in the industrial area, and then the water in the good people's area, and then just leave them separate for now. And then once you get the scrubber resolved, you can put them right next to each other. The only problem with the treatment plant is, trying to think, because I think to a certain point you can get water through the treatment plants if it's next to the sewage place. But I think you'll have minor health issues if you do. But the water will be... they won't run out of water. It'll be brown water that gets transferred into drinking water, so...
That sounds great.
No, I'm serious, because like, see how that plant operates? Like, go back and look at the plant and zoom in on it. You'll see it when it's first pumped in, it's like brown and nasty looking, and then it fades to blue, like nice clean color.
Let's take care of this then, shall we?
Yeah, you can have... Yeah, exactly. If you have the water pump... those are... Hold on. Go... No. Go to your pump or your water station, right where you're at. Right click on there. Those aren't filtration pumps. Those are just regular ones.
Yeah, these are regular sewage treatment pumps.
Right. But right click on that plant, and then you'll see an option for something that has like a water wheel attached to it.
Oh, I know what you mean. I need to build something else for that.
You need the sewage treatment. I only ever use the sewage treatment. I never use the pumps.
Yeah, because the pumps don't really do much. You used to be able to pull the water out. You used to be able to pull the water out of the ocean. Huh? Sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah, basically, use the water towers for the hydro pumping station. That pumps out of the ground. You can't do it out of the ocean in this instance, but they do that.
Yeah, see what Pride Chaser said? Just destroy that whole pump and put in the other one. But you might want to pause it and take the one out just to get through it.
Yeah, but where am I going to... I can't destroy that because it's my only sewage treatment plant, and I can't replace those pumps with...
Oh, wait a minute. No, alright, so leave that there then.
That's got to stay there. I need to put this next door, the thing I've got selected now. The it won't fit. It's too big.
If you get rid of that, you can put a discharge pipeline. And have a discharge line right next to the pump. You can put that down there. It's fine. You just gotta make sure you get the filtration pumps next to it. Or you gotta put because you get one default regular pump. So what you gotta do is you gotta go in there and delete the sub pump out of there. So like the building's still there, but like the pump's gone, and then you gotta put the filtration pumps in.
Yeah. So I always have a sewage treatment plant with all sewage treatment.
Pride Chaser,
That always works.
Pride Chaser, that's not a water pump. That's a treatment plant. He's cleaning
this
his
is what
poop.
you guys meant. There we go.
Yeah. Now, yeah, get rid of that and now put the filtration pump on it. There you go. Yep.
I can delete these other water pumps now
Wait a
because I don't
minute.
need these
Go
small
back.
ones.
Yeah, that's it. So now that you're parked close to the poo factory, you're gonna suck the water that's full of crap into the treatment or the pumping station. You're just gonna filter it all out.
Yep.
Now, if you're gonna start noticing that you're gonna have health problems though, which is fine.
Not with the filtration on it, surely.
You still get some minor stuff, but the cool thing is once you get the scrubber figured out, you can put that in between them, and it takes care of it all.
Gotcha.
So stop talking about the landlord and we start losing people. What's up with that?
Maybe they love hearing you.
When this guy finds out he's a celebrity on Twitch, he's gonna be like, "Whoa, I got a new job."
He's going to ask for royalties. Don't tell him.
Yeah, right.
Neil, have you looked at my left point yet?
You're obsessed with your city, right? What's it called?
Poop
My
City.
left point. So I've done all 4 of mine here. So they're all running perfectly for the time being.
Let's go have a look at your city, shall we? Jeez, you filled that out well. That looks nice. You don't pack it in like I do. Damn.
Yeah, that's all 4 of them. 4 of them like that now. All working, running, making like 10,000 an hour.
I like how all of the industry sat on the island. It's quite nice. Damn.
Streetcar roads with streetcars, buses, it worked.
You don't have any of the problems my city does.
Unfortunately, I can't use the screen because there's buttons.
Your internet's a little crappy, huh?
Yeah.
Do you still have a limited internet on your mobile phone?
Yeah, but not allowed to tether.
Don't tether, use Twitch on your Android phone. That gets around that problem. Your city looks good.
My look.
Right. Cutting
I
back
don't
to
have
mine.
the other 3s. The other 3.
Hey, Pride Chaser, we've always got room for one more. Do you want to add me on Origin?
Gary Law got in a car accident? What the hell happened? Holy shit. Yeah, Jerry Lawler the wrestling dude.
Yeah.
The hell's he doing driving in an HHR?
What's the HHR?
It's this really stupid looking vehicle Chevy put out. They tried to revive like the Renault thing, but it just failed over there. And I'm not sure what happened, but it looks like somebody might have pulled out in front of him and he just like head on into it. And the whole front end of his car is totaled.
Origin's having a moment.
Origin's always having a moment. Yeah, so the other driver ran a red light. He's lucky he and his girlfriend made out of the light. Damn, this dude looks like a Keebler elf. He cut his hair down shorter and it looks weird as shit. He used to have like decently long curly hair and I knew it was Jerry Lawler, but this new like short-haired version of him makes him look like a funky.
If I chase it, are you player Wisconsin 22 on Origin? Because if so, that's you. I've just added you.
Did you just add him to your SimCity thing?
He's added into the friends list. I need some region space. Because that's what we're short on now.
They're not like running out of spaces, are they? Robin, what are you on the same region as Neil? It's amazing how many people in the UK that I know these days. I talk to more people in the UK than I do in the US.
Welcome to the stream, Sir Galahad. Pull up a seat, make yourself at home. Welcome to the crazy corner of the world.
Forgive me for talking about my landlord.
Yeah, because it's going to happen. 5th time's a charm.
No, listen, you know what I'm going to do is if we ever let JC back on here, I'm going to give him my landlord's phone number.
That's just cruel. Love it, absolutely love it. Yeah, you should totally do that.
And then we got to put it on Steam. We got to put it on live on the channel.
So you're saying I should give JC the password to TeamSpeak again, yeah?
Can we create a second password just for him?
Doesn't work like that.
We'll just have to change the password. I don't know. I think a timeout is probably alright then. Like. I don't know. Who was the one that sent out the It was the straw poll.
That was JC.
Should JC be unbanned? No, it doesn't work that way.
He made his own poll.
And he failed.
Yep.
Was that why he got butthurt?
I think so.
Nobody...
He said to me that I was silly for banning him. I was like, you only had a 1-day ban originally. Then, because you carried on moaning, I made it 2.
What else is going on in the world? I like going to a CNN site. Like, if you ever think your day sucks, just go to CNN. I'm telling you, you'll feel so much better about yourself because you'll see like somebody else has a worse holiday. Like, it got to the point where I set my homepage on CNN for the text section because it was the only thing that like didn't display like death or like dying or something going on. Like, if you go to the US homepage on CNN, something is always like a disaster wrong. Like, so sunken ship owners sue. Navy found something there. Big gash in Wyoming mountains. Chipotle closes dozens of restaurants. Not that nobody cares. Earthquake strikes Phoenix. Former U.S. Senator Fred Eckerd, somebody dies. Doctor convicted of murder, overdose, pain, death. It's always something like somebody's dying or dead. You know, teen gets bubonic plague. Car plows into trick-or-treaters. Like, dude, like, don't anything good happen anymore? Owl suffers concussion after hitting window.
Okay, that's definitely out there.
I didn't even know, like, owl, what the hell?
How does an owl I have so many questions. But anyway, sorry, let's focus back on this game. I was distracted in another window for a second then.
An owl suffered a concussion after it hit a car window on a Halloween. The incident happened in the area of West Wackerly something and Stark in the middle. It happened somewhere. The driver of the vehicle called a veterinarian who said he would attempt to treat the owl, police said. Who the hell calls and reports that they hit an owl?
I guess they thought they were doing the right thing. Well, they were doing the right thing. They hit an owl and it was obviously injured, but...
Woman finds shark in her backyard after flooding.
Oh, okay, come on. Gotta pull the other one.
Shark one?
That's not true, surely.
Oh, pretty sure. Let's see where it's at. It's already being devoured by insects. They don't really talk about it, they just kind of like took video of it.
I'm calling shenanigans on that one.
No, it's happened in Michigan. Which is really odd because Michigan is freshwater, not saltwater, or whatever the thing was.
Yeah, that's why I'm dubious. I was gonna say Sharknado. Real life Sharknado.
Sharknado came in your backyard.
Man, how much would you freak out if that really happened?
As long as it can't move, I probably would, like, laugh at it.
You would just point and laugh like Nelson in The Simpsons. Haha.
Stupid shark.
Awesome.
I was reading this article. Okay, so these... Check this out. This is something that's, like, really... So there's these two cute young lesbian couples that were out on Hawaii on vacation, and they were at a supermarket, right? And they were just hanging out, giggling, laughing, shopping for like wine or something like that, and just enjoying their vacation. And while they were in the store, they kissed. And this really conservative off-duty police officer saw that and was like, "Get out of here! You don't need to do that here. Like that's disgusting." Da, 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 da. And I don't know how far they went with the kiss, but I'm sure it wasn't nothing to really justify what he did next. They were like looking at him like, dude, mind your own business. It's no big deal. Like we're just in love, kissing. It's just deal with it. It's not the end of the world. So he goes, if you don't leave right now, I guess I'm gonna have the manager escort you off the property. And they were like, what the hell are you talking about? You know? So somehow, one way or another, it ended up with an altercation between the girls, the cop, and the girls thought they were being abused by the cop, which they kind of were. And then, anyway, they ended up getting arrested and charged with assault with an officer.
What?
Yeah, and so they went to jail, and then they had only enough money left over from their vacation fund to bail themselves out. But they had it set up with a bail bondsman, so they couldn't leave Hawaii because they didn't have enough money to like travel back and forth or whatever. They had to get jobs and live in Hawaii while the whole thing went to court. And they went to court and it actually got tossed out. So now they're suing the city or whatever they're at over the city and the police department over it, which is rightly justified, at least to get your money back and maybe some time, for your time and anger over it, but. All because one guy just wouldn't, like, turn the other way for 2 seconds. So, like, who the hell was it hurting, you know?
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's...
Especially in Hawaii, out of all places.
Well, yeah, it's not like... Yeah, you thought they'd be a bit more tolerant, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Mississippi. Or
He
something,
dogs the
you know?
bounty hunter on him. That would make an episode.
Look at the smog. Oh, the smog. We got pollution. I think we need to make a new region. Prize Chaser's having trouble trying to find somewhere to go.
Oh yeah, because this place is all vacant.
Have we got full? All of the regions are full, are they? Can
Yeah.
we go take a look?
Yeah, unfortunately, the four that Bandit's got, he's never touched. Never.
See, this
Dimitri
always happens,
is
right?
idiot.
Here's my regions then. What have we got? Oh, cool, you've got all of the DLC. That helps. Geeklyville's full. Beyond Played is full, I think. Oh no, do you want to go into that region? Can you see that one? It's called Beyond Played. It's what the gaming site used to be called. We've got 6 cities free in this one. Okay, you just have the invite pinging its way to you now.
2-day music festival concludes with a total of 310 arrests in Pomona, California.
And back in a hell of a party.
How many people are going to this thing? Oh, because they're all tailgating in the parking lot. $50 arrests of those were involving fake IDs. Oh boy. It's probably not so smart.
Ooh, this city isn't doing so well.
It's an awful lot of this. Looks like 50 Shades of Grey there, buddy.
50 Shades of Grey.
Shades.
What's going on here? I don't see a lot of green in your town, buddy.
This one's very industrial, very heavily polluted.
A little bit.
It's terrible.
You gotta cook these. Can you cook brats on a charcoal grill? I think you can.
Can you cook?
Dude,
Yeah,
looks like
Fly
a-
Chaser, this city is dirty. You could write your name in the grime.
what is wrong, man? Do you have a hospital in that city? They're gonna need it.
No, but I built a graveyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is an Amiga city. That's why it's heavily polluted.
Honestly, Amiga is not the way to go.
It's not. It has some very very big side effects, and now I'm losing money because of that decision I made when I built this about 6 months ago.
The biggest cash flow is tourism.
Yeah, we don't have any tourists in here. Obviously, they die at the border.
Waiting in line to leave.
God, yeah, I need to clean this up. Let's do this. No, that ground is so black it's almost nighttime. Whoa. There's no cleaning this. It's just doomed from day one. Look, we've got nuclear power here. We've got 2 poo factories. Heavy industrial everywhere. Oh, Pride Chaser's moving in. Which one are you going for, buddy? Not too close to this one. He's in Palomino. Let's go have a look.
Oh, I got a phone call. I gotta go. I'll be back.
Okay. Sir Galahad, that seems like a really good idea. Can you recover all of that pollution I've caused in the ground? How can I get rid of that? Can this be recovered?
Darso!
Where are ground scrubbers? Never mind. Whoa.
User was moved out of your channel.
That would be the bot.
Yep, that'll be the bot taking care of him while he's just on that phone call. Let's see, what should I rezone all of these to? Commercial, 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 commercial. Housing. Never had education in this city. See a common theme with my cities.
Yeah, you never do education.
It's not good, is it? I'm surprised it actually got this successful when all of the Sims were basically done.
And then you think, I've only got all the education in one of them. Get the reason what we did.
Welcome to the stream, Dominib, if I've said that right, I'm sorry. How long do these ground scrubbers take to work?
Quite a long time.
I was afraid of this. mean, I've planted 2 ground scrubbers in the middle of this industrial zone and put houses around it. They're moving into the houses now, so I can only assume they're working. Where's the ground pollution map? Which one of these is it? Okay, they're not actually working that well. Oh, they need control net. Why don't I have any control net spare? Oh, I know why. I deleted the thing that broadcasts it. That's good. Right, they're working. Yeah, it's a borderless window, so I can go over to my other screen where Twitch is being controlled. Hey, those ground scrubbers pull an awful lot of water. Does that actually work? Plant trees?
Planting the trees does the air pollution.
Oh, I see.
Water basically helps with the ground pollution. Yeah, so basically when you do those sewage treatment things.
Yep.
If you actually notice after a while of having the sewage treatment, especially if you use like 4 treatment tanks, you'll find that when you go into your water map, the ground right around the sewage treatment to be a dark blue. That's how you basically make an unlimited water supply. Is you do a sewage treatment plant with 4 treatments. It creates water in the ground, and then you just put your water, your hydro pumps around that.
Aye, that makes sense.
Yeah, and then hence why all of my cities I've done the planting the forests in between all the space.
Yep.
Because it helps with air pollution. And then if you also need a very quick fix, you've got the roadside trees as well. Also again helps with air pollution. See, you criticised me yesterday going, that's a lot of trees. Now you know why I did it.
Alright, I take that back.
Yeah, so if you actually came back on the Skittles region and you went to each, all 4 of mine, and you did the air pollution and ground pollution maps, and you'll probably find that mine are empty.
Well, let's do trees.
Hence also why I also do the zoning for my industrial to one side and try and put shops in the middle and then housing on the other side. It creates a gradual gain. Residents
Okay.
don't become
Where do I
sick
find
of
just the
reasonable-
general trees? Where are they?
So you want to go to your parks one,
Yeah.
and under nature, you've got a picture of a tree with a green arrow pointing down.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, that is in any area around buildings, roads, blank empty space. Then off to the right, you'll see a picture of a tree next to the road. Those are the trees on the road. Those die after a while, but the actual planting forest stuff it only gets removed from buildings get built around. See, there is method in my madness.
This may just work.
Yeah, keep hammering your left mouse button as well in the same spot.
Get loads of them, I realise this.
Yeah.
Yay, trees. I think we're done. That looks a bit better. That should soak up some of that pollution. Ah, the ground scrubbers are doing their job. You see that? There's white patches now. Nah, these take a long time, don't they? Oops. We're almost at the 3-hour point. I think we're gonna go for the 5-minute warning on stream ending, guys. So we'll need to take a break and probably go to sleep, to be honest. Uh-oh.
Oh, what?
Oh dear. My power station just went radioactive.
Chernobyl. I know we at the
Hoop.
4th actually. Chernobyl version 4.
Oh well. Let's just rename this city. How am I going to take care of that? Ah,
Well, you've got ground screw.
that's the point. I didn't have ground scrubbers last time. Right, let's put a few more of those bad boys around, shall we? Damn nuclear power station. No wonder people don't build this shit. Oh, please tell me I've got enough control on it to feed that. No. Where's Thomas when you need him? Just have Conley and Chernobyl. Because I gave him a lot of stick for this when he had it happen to his. I just de-zone that area for a while so nobody moves in.
User joined your channel.
Good then.
You moved me.
No, it does it itself.
Just for that?
If you're idle for too long, it moves you by itself. I didn't do anything.
Just for that, you get to hear me crunch.
Okay.
Nom, 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 nom.
Well, my bot has no feelings and my bot doesn't care.
What are you doing?
Would you remember something funny while he was away?
What'd you do?
I had a Chernobyl.
You did?
I did.
Let me see. Turn on your radiation net.
I'm trying to clean it up now. Hold on a second.
Well, I'll tell you this right now. Unless you got the scrubber, you might as well just go to another city.
Ground scrubbers are installed. Let's pull up the radiation map. See, it's not so bad. It's being contained. Wow, what is he eating? Yeah, crunch, crunch.
Cheetos Crunchy.
Fair enough, you're making me hungry. Should I fix my broken radioactive tower? Should I actually do something about that?
Yeah. You might want to put a few of those scrubbers over there.
A man who talks from experience.
What you gotta do is you gotta get your education level up, because without the education, they're not gonna know how to take care of those plants. And that's where the problem I had.
I've realized this.
Because I basically had a bunch of rednecks running the power plant, and let me tell you how much that works.
Yeah, look at my education level. It's really, really low.
Honestly, I would take that nuclear plant out of there and put a
What should I replace it with?
put a coal-fired plant. Court says
doesn't-
huh?
Coal doesn't have the power I need, though.
Build 2 of them. Don't you have coal in your property?
Yes.
So put the coal, make the coal work on local resources, so it'll dig the coal right out of the ground and basically get free power.
I'm on it.
You could get a free, or not free, but you can get a clean coal-fired power plant if you got the research up.
Yeah, I need control net for that, which I'm desperately running out of.
Bill Cosby's going to court. A court granted a motion Monday allowing for Bill Cosby and his former attorney to be deposed as part of a defamation lawsuit by model Janice Dickinson. Dickinson is one of dozens of women who have publicly accused of Cosby's sexual misconduct over the decades. Though he has not been charged at all for any wrongdoing. You know what it was? So, Cosby partied hard in the 70s is what it was, with like Blow or whatever probably, as most actors in Hollywood do. Being young and a lot of money. And now that he's old and people, all those girls they banged are broke as shit and they got nothing going on. Oh, well, I'll just make this guy's a living hell. Or life a living hell.
You see that a lot actually over here as well. Some people are like, oh, 50 years ago he touched me. It's like, oh, okay. 50 years ago, huh?
Yeah. "35 of the women are saying that they had issues with him."
cleaning up that radiation is going to drain my city's finances.
Yep. That's why I said you might want to just go to another city.
Yeah, but you got your Chernobyl turned around, didn't you? Eventually.
Well, yeah, but the problem is well, all those people either are going to get sick or they're going to leave, and all those properties are going to cost you money. So, if you have a vast area of like abandoned buildings, you might want to just bulldoze those down and like leave them be and de-zone them, because your water supply is right next to your plant, so that's going to get people sick, and not only that, the radiation in the air.
Oh, I didn't think of the water supply. You're right, it's right by here.
Yeah. So they're all happy right now, but I guarantee you in about 6 months or a year, they're going to be like, I'm going to die.
Yeah, but they'll have 2 hearts, 4 eyes, 5 legs. They'll be fine.
Sure. Crunch, 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 crunch.
Yeah, this isn't going well. Right, let's de-zone those areas right in front of the plant. Oh, it's all industry.
Did you know there is no state in the U.S. where a 40-hour minimum wage work week is enough to afford a 2-bedroom apartment?
Really?
That's what somebody posted on Facebook. I have one response to that. You work for 5 to 10 years enough and save enough money to buy a small piece of land, and then you only have to pay taxes, which is probably less than $1,000 in really remote places. So don't give me any shit about how broke you are because of these stupid decisions. Moving on.
And that's life advice from Thomas, everybody.
Well, no shit. Like, if you can't afford to live where you're living, fucking move.
It's true.
Because if you could afford to live where you're living, that means you have enough impact of your society in that area to where they support you being in that area. It's like these people that live in these inner cities and they're like all like poor and, oh, I'm so poor, I'm on welfare. No, look, if you move out in the middle of nowhere, like, your rent drops significantly down, and you can find work in the rural communities that will allow you to do whatever it is. In fact, you can live out in the rural, drive a half hour to work with $5 for like 30 miles to the gallon of a car, work in the city, and then drive back to the cheap rent. You don't have to live in the city.
See, the funny thing is over here, living in the countryside is actually more expensive than the city.
Yeah, it's like the opposite here. Obama presidency to end with a $20 trillion national debt.
20 trillion?
Yep.
What is he doing?
Just being a flat-out jackass. National debt nearly doubles during Obama presidency. It'll be a long, I mean, I don't want to get into the whole race card thing, but it'll be a long fucking time before a black man becomes president again.
I don't think that's got anything to do with his schools.
I think it kind of does. Because people, like, and I don't want to turn this into a whole race topic, but generally speaking, black folk in the United States are majority poor. That's why we got protests in the streets and everything from whatever. Okay? So, that being said, it's also true that if you've never had money, you don't know how to utilize it properly. So when you get something like that in the fucking White House, this is what happens.
Okay, you make a point.
Yeah.
I think the city's done for. The amount of money I'm losing is...
Demolish everything. telling you, just demolish everything. Build some small resident. It's like you got to start all over from scratch. Like how I fixed my city, no joke. I just flat out bulldozed the entire city. And then I looked at the radiation map, and I built the street like as a border of like, don't build to the right of this. And then you gotta like micromanage a tiny portion of your city, just to get the income in the positive direction. And the goal for that is make enough income to fund the scrubbers that are cleaning up the area. So then you slowly move the scrubbers across the screen. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. This is going to take a lot longer than I've got time to do tonight.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, oh my god, like my city's dying. Mr. Obama's spending agreement with Congress will suspend the nation's debt limit to allow the Treasury to borrow another 1.5 trillion or so by the end of this presidency. Add to the current total national debt of more than 18.15 trillion, it'll likely be crowding the 20 trillion mark around the time Mr. Obama leaves the White House. When Obama took over, it's funny they call him Mr. Obama instead of President Obama. So when Obama took over in January 2009, the total national debt stood at 10.6 trillion. That means the debt will have nearly doubled during his 8 years in office. Wow.
See, whereas we're reducing our national debt every single day. Huh. Crazy times. Anyway, on that note, guys, I'm afraid I'm gonna have to call it there. I need a break, 3 hours, and I've now got Chernobyl to clean up tomorrow. So, yeah, same time tomorrow, guys, about 6 PM GMT. See you there, B Square.
See ya.
So you guys have a good evening wherever you are in the world. And hit that follow button so you catch my next one.
You'll hear more about the landlord tomorrow, maybe. We'll see.
Yes. And you can see me cleaning up radiation and poop. So get followed, get the notifications, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Good night, guys.